Hello and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to take a look at DOKKANFEST Pan here, and thanks to the helpful purple keys, I'm actually able to get her to full level 10 links a lot quicker than I usually am for a lot of these characters. Unfortunately, the other character that just came out, this Trunks and Giru, I do not quite have at full level 10 links, as I got very unlucky with them, and they are probably going to sit like this for a hot minute. But anyway, what we're going to do here is just kind of take Pan into a few different events, see how her team and mainly her functions in basically all of the content in this game. So for starters, I believe I'm going to use this team for just a regular Dokkan event, and I have a few other teams that I've built, and we're probably going to go into either a long event and then probably either the red zone or something. Just try to show off what she can basically do. The main goal that I'm trying to show off here is how strong I think this unit is, because I think she is ridiculously strong, a contender for a top 5 unit in the game, and overall just an insanely powerful DOKKANFEST. Do I recommend summoning? Honestly, I could see it, because Pan's banner has a lot of pretty decent units. Now, a lot of them are a little aged, like in Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, and the GT Dokkanfests, but you also have Ginyu and Pan herself on those banners, who are argued right now to be either 1 or 2, interchangeably, in terms of Dokkanfest TURs, and honestly, I feel like that's worth, in my opinion. I needed Ginyu copies, I had him 55% of this banner, let's see. Okay, 3.8 to start, that's not amazing, but Pan does build up quite a bit from her passive. But yeah, her banner is genuinely probably one of the better banners that is released this year. Okay, we can already see the massive jump in her attack stats. Okay. I did go full additional for my Pan. I do not have a silver equip yet for her, mainly because I just haven't gotten lucky enough to get a decent one. But let's see. We're gonna do this. He links up quite well with the GT Dokkanfest. I'm not going to get into too many orbs, mainly because I want to get the bonus support from Trunks and Giru. But yeah, her banner is probably one of the only banners that hasn't starting 5.5, that's pretty good. But her banner, for some reason they've been pushing the Tech Caulifla and Kale and STR Kefla and Blue Kalk and Goku. They have been on so many banners this year that it's actually insane. So do they link better with the Pan or the GT Trunks and Goten? GT Trunks and Goten by a little bit? Okay. Well, this is another unit that I feel like is going to be really good once their EZA comes out in a few days. So I would say this team is going to be improved quite a bit once that does happen. But yeah, Pan's banner is surprisingly very good. It could have been even better if God Raditz returned. But, it's whatever. Let's see, what does she get on this turn? 6.19, okay. This is her third attack and fourth attack, third super. She just one-shots things. When looking at, teams to run Dokkanfests, what I usually like to do is think about how easy it is for these units to, auto-battle stages, how consistent they are, how frequent you'll actually find leaders to, run the team with them, as well as how well, if you're not managing the rotations, how well these teams can run. Pan's is one where you want Pan to be the main focus doing all your damage. So I don't know if hers is the best auto battle team if you're trying to farm up Dokkanfest medals, but she does clear these events rather quickly, so I guess there is that. I think what I'm going to do now is bring in more of a support heavy team and let her stack up for a bit, maybe the Super Saiyan 3 Broly Dokkan event or something, and just kind of see how far I can kind of push her, because she does infinitely stack attack, so I kind of want to get a really strong turn 12 or something turn with her and see just what that is going to look like. So I'll be right back, and once we can get to there, and I will see you guys there. Alright, and we're back. So it's about turn 12. My Pan has gotten a lot of super attacks in, so these next attack stats are going to be very high. And I'm also going to do one of these just so that we can see just what her actual max attack stats are gonna look like. I have a feeling they're going to be ridiculous, so let's just pop this B-Pan active skill and then be right back. Alright, so now that that's active, giving us a massive support buff, Han is starting to turn out with 3 million, the 3 million attack stat just existing. So that's pretty good. Alright, so let's make sure that we can get 7 orbs with Trunks and Giru, which we should be able to very easily. Okay, that's 11. So that gives Pan just a little bit more support. She's at 6 million attack stat before even super attacking. So you already know that's pretty good. Let's see what we get here. 15! Yeah, seems fair. She can do 2 more of those, by the way. Yeah. No, balance. That's not like the most realistic thing to ever happen, but it's a thing that can happen. So, really gotta think about that. Like, turn 12 in a couple red zone fights is possible, so you're just gonna think that Pan at some point will become just a one-man army, or I guess a one-woman army, and just obliterate anything that stands in her way. Also, I do kind of want to get this in the video just because I never see this ever happen. So let's just see what this looks like real quick. And since it sucks, we won't actually get the killing blow with it, but it's fine. But we will be able to do it with Pans. Now, I don't know if it works the way I think it does, but if it does, you want Pan to do this active skill in slot 1 because she gets a bonus when she is attacking as the first attacker. So, this is a 55% full link level 1 Pan, by the way. So her attack stats have been a lot lower than my Pan. I believe she didn't even break 10 million when I was stacking up with her. But let's just watch her active skill and then move on to like the legendary Vegito event. Alright, and we're back. So I am bringing the Goku family support memory, not because I want to like artificially buff Pan or anything, but just because I want to like show what Pan has access to if you're in something like an event that you just want to beat for the first time, like any of the red zone stages or anything like that, because Pan has access to multiple like permanently buffing support memories. The Goku family one, of course, as well as the GT Hero support memory that you get from the red zone. But if you are able to get all the Super Battle Road stages done, you can get the Goku family one, which you can use to then get your access to the GT Hero support memory and just make Pan an overall better unit in general. I don't think she really needs it, as she's literally doing this turn 1, but it's something that she can definitely use and make very good use of, because those support memories, they like benefit characters who have really high start of turn attack and defensive stats like highly, as well as characters that can like stack up a bunch because it allows their stacks to be more beneficial. And since Pan is a unit that has a lot of ability to stack, she ends up being a very good user of these support memories. Now, I also did bring a couple other just random stacking units because Pan has a lot of very good options when it comes to this type of thing. So, all around, I feel like she has a pretty decent team. Basically, her team has a lot of different variety in terms of what she can use, but none of them really synergize all too well with her. So it's a weird mix where she has like very good units for long events, good units for short events, and good units for stuff like Red Zone, but none of them really link too well with her, so you want her to be the main focus of everything that you're doing. So you have units like this Namek Goku, like the Goku exchange into Gohan, that just want to be on rotation but really can't because Pan is just the focal point of everything that you want to be doing. So it creates this like weird mix where while the units that she does have access to are good, she isn't really the best like leader unit for them because of how well she works with those kind of units. She works very well with like just random GT hero characters, which is why like you really want to focus on that 200%. But like if you're in something like the Red Zone or a long event, you do want something like a Tech God Goku, like any like long event or Goku event Goku, like, all right. So it's just this weird middle ground of not really fitting too well with a lot of the units that you would think would be good with her, that just aren't, because she has a mix of a hybrid Saiyan link set, a Peppy Gal link set, and then a GT Hero link set, which is just, it's good for her when you have the proper units with her, but if you wanted to expand past what she normally brings, like what you normally would bring to like a Dokkan event or something like that, you'll end up in these like awkward situations where a lot of units really aren't linking too well. So that's why I'm really looking forward to the GT Trio EZAing, because that is going to be like a mainstay unit on pretty much every team that you're going to bring Pan on, because while they don't link the best, they will activate pretty much her best unit super attack, while hopefully being a very, very strong carry, as well as having that massive HP pool that she can pull from in order to actually like affect a lot of gameplay, because you'll have a lot more health and like to work with, so you wouldn't have to worry about a lot of things like getting completely one-shot by Broly or something like that, because you're gonna have a lot more health to play with. See, another weird thing about Pan is, since you want her in slot 1 being the one doing all these attacks, it can also give you situations like this where the other units in the rotation are not going to get to super attack and will not be doing literally anything here, because Pan is just going to one-shot everything in existence. I don't think we're really going to have to worry about it too much, because once we get to the harder phases of Vegeta, I have a feeling that Pan is probably just going to one-shot them. Like, I don't foresee us having any trouble with this event whatsoever, because Pan herself just does way too much damage, especially when you have units like this Trunks and Giru, who do an insane amount of damage. Or like give her an insane amount of damage. They give about 70% support, which is just crazy to me. Like, I think the highest support before this is either 60% or 80%. I know Birder and Jace, they give 60% to Ginyu Force category allies whenever there's a Ginyu on rotation. And I believe Vados can give up to 60. She might go up to 80. I haven't used her in a very long time, but I think she just goes up to 60%. So these guys might be just the highest flat support buff just in the game. So that could be pretty good. This team also just has a lot of like really hard hitters. Stuff like LR Kaioken Goku, LR Namek Goku, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Pretty much all the staple Goku characters that can just do insane amounts of damage. Pan has access to thanks to her very, very good leader skill. She basically ripped off Kale and Caulifla and just gave them a better leader skill like partner with Dragon Ball Seekers. I think the Dragon Ball Seekers team, while it used to be mainly free to play, has so much room to just have a lot of units coming in the future. Stuff like maybe a DOKKANFEST Demon King Piccolo. While I don't think he would work very well on this team, we could still get those kind of buffs. All the Ginyu Force members are also on this team, so if you really wanted to be weird and wacky with it, you could run the two best Dokkan-fests in the game on the same team. They don't mesh together at all, so you would have to bring like half Ginyu Force, half Pan support, and it would be kind of wonky, but I feel like it is possible. Maybe if you brought like HL Ginyu, Rakumen Guldo, and then the physical Ginyu, and then the rest is just straight support for Pan, you could probably make it work that way. And like maybe Trunks and Giru, and then a couple Rainbow Orb Changers, and like maybe Tech God Goku and the physical GT Dokkan Fest Goku, that could probably be a team that would genuinely work kind of well. You're gonna have a lot of nerfed rotations, and if you don't get your opening rotations good, that's definitely not going to be a team that's gonna work, but I feel like it has potential. It's just Pan's team just has too many options, I think. Because she has all these characters that just don't really work the best with each other, so you have to really narrow it down to what you actually want. But mainly, I think if you're gonna run Pan as a leader, you want to center the entire team around Pan, so you don't want to have these other units that want to be in rotation and like stack up like Namekoku or anything like this, because he's not going to get time to shine when Pan is just obliterating everything in sight. It's just not going to be something that's going to happen. How much is she going to get this for? Type disadvantage, that's not that bad. But yeah, like, all these other units, they're not going to have any chance to actually build up and look really, really strong, because Pan is just that good. For some reason, I feel like this Pan has set the standard for what LRs should be going forward, and that just doesn't make sense in my mind. Because if any units going forward come out and they aren't at least as good as this Pan, then like what's the point? Like, Pan is just absolutely insane. I don't even have a rainbowed, and like, you guys are watching what is happening. She is just way too good right now. There's been a lot of debate on whether or not people think Ginyu is better than Pan. I couldn't really care either way, because they're both insanely good and I really like running both of their teams, but I think Pan has a very genuine shot at being just the straight up best TOR in the game, even as high as a top 4 unit in the game. I wouldn't say she's better than anything like the 7-year LRs, but Goku Black and Zamasu and LR Merge Zamasu, I think she's definitely better than at least those guys, which is really saying something if you think about it. Oh, actually, this is a little bad. Because Trunks and Giru are not what I would call the best defensive unit ever. And then my King and Khalifa really haven't gotten a chance to super attack a bunch, so they're probably going to take a bit of damage. I really just hope he doesn't super attack Trunks and Giru, but we should be alright. I still can't do those very well with this setup. But yeah, I just feel like Pan is just overall really, really like strong. If you summon for her, you will not be disappointed. Just do keep in mind that Worldwide is coming up later this month, near the end, around probably like the 28th, 29th, 30th range. Also, that is an insane amount of damage. Imagine if those were all super attacks. She probably would have just straight up killed Vegeta here. What I do kind of want to do is get her active skill turn against the AGL Vegeta and just see if we can one-turn him. I think we genuinely could, especially if she triple super, triple crits, plus crits on her active skill. Keep in mind though, since her active skill is an attack, you can actually cheat it by trying to get a crit based on what position you actually active skilled in. So if you do the active skill and it doesn't crit the first time, you can reset the app, move her to a different spot in the rotation and active skill again to try to farm for the crit. I don't really see too many scenarios where you're going to need that, as it's going to be doing an insane amount of damage anyway, but it is a thing that you can do if you really needed it that bad. Plus, her active skill is maybe one of the hardest hitting things just in the game, period. Like, the 7-year LRs, their active skill hits so hard because it's a guaranteed crit and they stack up. Pan greatly stacks, and she can do it very fast and very efficiently. So, I genuinely think there's an argument to be made that she just has straight up the hardest hitting super attack in the game. Let's see here, what I kind of want to do is get the support from Trunks and Gear, but I feel like that's trolling. Anyway, let's just get the active skill attack in and just see what this is going to do to Vegeta. Actually, should I do it with my Pan? Yeah, we're going to do it with my Pan. If we die, we die, but it's whatever. Hopefully we're going to be able to see it here. 7 orbs. Because my Pan is 79%, this one's just a 55% Pan. So I really do want to get it with mine just to see how much raw damage that's gonna do to this Vegeta. Or maybe this 55% pan is just going to kill him. Because what the hell? How much is he gonna take from this? Okay. That's not bad at all. I think we might be dead here. Because I don't know how much this GT Goku or the Trunks and Gear are going to take from normals. Are we going to one-turn him without the active skill? I think we might have if GT Goku would have double super attacked. Okay, well, I know Trunks and Gear are not going to finish this up because they are 55% and don't do damage like at all. But this is gonna. Oh, we can't even active skill. So that was a mistake. But I feel like even without the active skill, that was a pretty good showing of just how much damage she can actually do. Just replace this Vegeta with AGL Broly, and imagine if I did use the active skill. He would have just died. Especially if that pan would have triple super attacked. I believe that 55% pan has 10 additional, so it was possible. She had about a 40% chance to do it because both of her attacks can proc the additional super. But yeah, like this pan is just genuinely insanely good. Probably the first character in a long time that just straight up solos events if you just build the team entirely around supporting them. I am really enjoying my time with this unit. I feel like she's going to age gracefully thanks to her 50% damage reduction in slot 1. And just overall, I think she's amazing. I don't have any like bad things to say about her. I mean, would I like her damage reduction to remain after she attacks? Yeah. Do I think she could have like given herself a little bit of defense on super attack? Maybe. Do I think she really needs it? Not really. This is the build I have currently with my pan. Once I get a nice silver additional, I'm probably gonna slot that in and try to get her above 20 additional. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This pan is crazy. If you guys have her, let me know how you guys feel about her in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.